Just as a human body will change as it ages, so has planet Earth. But the similarities end there, since the Earth is billions of years old. In its long history, our planet has experienced significant physical changes. Continents drifting, climate and weather patterns shifting, and plant and animal life evolving in an effort to adapt to changes over time. One of the most dramatic changes is the rare periods of glaciers, glaciations, and ice ages. While they are rare over the whole history of the Earth, we are, in fact, living in an ice age now. And it started nearly 2.5 million years ago. During this time, glaciers have been growing and shrinking in size at regular intervals. Their growth is dependent upon tiny changes in Earth's orbit around the Sun, which affects the amount of solar radiation or heat the Earth receives from the Sun. If we look only at the last million years, the cycles of heating and cooling last around 100,000 years each. Imagine thick sheets of ice marching over the land, overrunning and changing the landscape, and retreating many, many times. Wisconsin is known as the Badger State. But did you know that geologists have named the last 100,000 years the Wisconsin Glaciation? The landscape of our state provides a very clear geological record left by the glaciers. These features have made Wisconsin an ideal place for geologists to study and learn about the work of glacial ice. In fact, there are many glacial landforms in south-central Wisconsin, including 7 here at Pope Farm Conservancy. During the Wisconsin Glaciation, the Earth had longer periods of cold temperatures than warm temperatures. During the cold times, the glaciers grew and covered much of North America. The glacier that sculpted much of Wisconsin's current landscape originated in Canada. The ice first entered northern Wisconsin about 30,000 years ago, with its maximum advance occurring in Dane County about 20,000 years ago. The entire mass of ice that covered North America is called the Laurentide Ice Sheet, and the portion that covered eastern Wisconsin is known as the Green Bay Lobe. This huge ice lobe spread from the Green Bay area all the way downward to a few miles west of what is now Pope Farm Conservancy. As the ice crossed the land, it bulldozed the previous landscape and totally redesigned the surface. And by 10,000 years ago, the ice was all gone from our area. What is a glacier? A glacier is a body of ice that forms on land from accumulated snow, lasting for many years and flowing under its own weight. But how do they form? Glaciers form from many years of snow cycles. Over and over, snow accumulation remains through the summer and is added onto in following winters. Over time, the snow is compressed to glacial ice. This time-lapse simulation shows glacial ice flow like a slow-moving stream. It would take thousands of years to move across vast amounts of land. The great weight from the overlying ice causes it to behave differently than regular ice. Instead of breaking like crushed ice, the pressure causes the ice to flow and deforms like modeling clay. What do you think the climate was like? The climate was significantly colder than it is now. And this wasn't the case just in Wisconsin. It was worldwide. It was so cold that huge ice sheets covered much of England, Scandinavia, Northern Europe, and Russia. For example, you could walk over the ice from Wisconsin to Siberia. The North American ice sheet was miles thick in Canada. Madison, Wisconsin is located near the edge of the glacier where the ice was hundreds of feet thick. It was so cold that the land beyond the glacier remained frozen year-round, hundreds of feet into the ground. The permanently frozen ground is called permafrost, and the soil remained frozen for thousands of years even after the glacier was gone.